I want to get back to politics. It is, you know, a major slice of this program, yeah. Let's face it, it's politics. We just love it. Our next guest, some say, could play a major role in the forthcoming election. Governor Gary Johnson is with us. Now, he is a Libertarian. Now, here's the story. A lot of people are saying that you're the spoiler here. You get right in the middle of Trump and Hillary, and you're going to take votes away from one of either side and throw the election to the other side. Let me start with an opinion. I think that you will take votes from Bernie Sanders. I think Bernie Sanders supporters are more likely to support you. What do you say?
Well, I think that that's accurate, certainly Bernie and I differ when it comes to economics. We get to a T in the road. He goes one way, I go the other. But on social issues, on the fact that crony capitalism is alive and well, we're spot on. There's a lot of libertarian in Bernie Sanders.
And the legalization of marijuana, too. I'd throw that one in. I'm not being pejorative here, but I think a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters, being youthful and young, I think they would probably support legalization. Do you think that full federal legalization of weed is virtually inevitable, Gary?
Well, I think that we are going to legalize marijuana. I'm going to predict that Obama going out the door is going to delist marijuana as a Class 1 narcotic, which would really be a positive. That would allow for research, development on marijuana, something that currently is not taking place because it is a Class 1 narcotic.
Okay,
but get the federal government out of our lives. I mean, libertarian, it's smaller government. I'm the smaller government guy. I think that unintended consequence of big government, of higher taxes, is not a good thing.
You constantly hear that a vote for the Libertarian candidate is a wasted vote because you're not going to win. You've not really pulled either party towards the Libertarian position. And in fact, you're handing the election to people who you do not approve of. I mean, that's the critique of your candidacy, really.
Well, it's always been a critique of third parties, but, you know, Stuart, I would not be doing this if there weren't the opportunity to actually win the election. But the only opportunity that I have of doing that is to be in the presidential debates. Presidential Debate Commission has said that you have to be at 15% in the polls to be in the debates. Key for me is just being in the polls. But look, if Mickey Mouse is the third name in any poll, Mickey's going to poll at 30%, but Mickey's not on the ballot in all 50 states. And if I'm the Libertarian nominee, I'm going to be on the ballot in all 50 states.
But you're not going to win.
You don't think so? Not if I'm in the presidential debate?
I don't know anybody who thinks you can win.
Well, I won't disagree with that, but the only chance that I have of winning is to be in the presidential debates, and the only way I get in the presidential debates is to be in the polls, something that currently is not taking place. In the polls that I'm in, you know what? I'm actually polling at a level that if I were continually in the polls, I believe I would be in the presidential debates and win. Winning, perhaps, is talking about issues in a way that currently those issues are not being talked about?
Last one, just to see if you could get my vote. What do you think should be the top tax rate for federal income taxes?
Well, I'm espousing no federal income tax, no corporate tax. You'd be able to abolish the IRS, replace all of it with one federal consumption tax. But I am running for President of the United States, so at the end of the day, I get to sign off or veto legislation from Congress. Count on me to always sign off on better, and in this case, better would be lowering taxes.
All right, Gary Johnson, I think we can probably agree on that one. Thanks very much for joining us, sir. We appreciate it, and we'll see you again before the election. Thank you, sir.